21 with no kids and no shame about it. Not me though. I have a baby. This is not just a TikTok trend. It's a whole cultural movement. Here's why I think it needed to happen. The girls are vibing on TikTok. Imagine my shock when I realized that people were actually mad at these ladies.
Side eye. This 21 with no kids trend. Every time I see y'all come on here, talk about y'all ain't got no kids, I'll be like, and you 40, you ain't got no kids, you 30, you ain't got no kids. I'll be like, is that your choice or bitch you infertile? Yeah, I said it. And for all of us with kids, we say it. Yeah. Can you even have kids, bitch? Cause why? Why y'all stepping in our lane? And the other posters that annoy me is the ones like, because they don't have no kids, they get to do this and that. Like, we can't do the same thing. Like, stay in y'all lane. Like, if you child free, it's nothing for you to talk about. Bitch, you by yourself. And that's okay. I said it, damn it. We tired of y'all.
About 41 with no kids, 45 with no kids. Is you cool? Is your uterus cool? Is it working? Honey, having no kids is not a flex. That's the choice that you made. We love our kids over here. A flex is being able to carry kids and taking care of them. There's plenty of women out here that can't have kids, and they would love to be able to carry kids. Is you a lesbian? You a lesbian? Is all your woman part working? How many kids you sent to God? How many abortions you had? We love our kids over here, honey. You can't keep a man? What it smell like down there? Is everything down there working? You got all your insides? Honey? We love our kids. I'm sorry. I love my kids. We love our kids over here. We love our kids over here. That's not a flex. Who's going to take care of you when you get old? Nobody, because you ain't got no kids. You're going to be in a nursing home. You don't know real love until you have kids. You think you be in love. You love a person, honey. You don't know real love until you have kids. That is an unconditional love. So while y'all living your life with no kids, okay? We love our kids, and I'm going to keep saying that. We love our kids over here. Having kids is a flex, honey. Don't have nobody take care of you when you get older. Don't have nobody come to you. Oh, mommy, I love you. Thank you, mommy. You're the best mommy in the world. Having somebody come in your bed in the middle of the night because they sick, honey. Okay. What, y'all got cats? Never been in a serious relationship, a real relationship? What it smell like down there? Your pH balance been off all your life? What it's like down there? Be for real, honey. Now flex that.
Now, depending on who you ask, this trend is either annoying, empowering, or a personal attack. But here's what I think. I love so much that people are now making conscious decisions about childbearing. Children are being planned. They're not just whoopsies anymore. And another thing, stop assuming things about people's bodies just because they choose not to have children. Just because they made a different decision than you did. How distasteful can you be? How low can you go? I don't understand why so many people have a problem with women who choose to be child-free. As a mother, I don't understand why people are so offended and angry at women who choose not to have children. Being intentionally child-free is, in my opinion, far better than just popping out children just to say you have children. Having children is not just something you tick off your life's to-do list. We do know that, right? There is a lot that you should consider setting in place before even thinking about having a child. Most of us have so much trauma that we are yet to work on that we can pass on to our kids and mess them up mentally. Do we think about things like that? You have set nothing in place for your children to ensure that they live a good life, but you want to come on the internet and tell people what to do with their wombs? There are so many stories of children being mistreated. And there are even more stories of people who have good intentions, but their lack of resources have these children still living lives that they don't deserve to live. And when I say this, I'm not just talking about money either. Children need a lot of things. They need structure. They need quality time with their parents. They need love. And in a lot of cases, a lot of people don't even love themselves properly, much less loving a child effectively in a way that they need to be loved. Children also need patience and discipline. A lot of these women aren't saying that they don't ever want kids, they're just applauding themselves for taking a little time to think about it first and set things in motion before they do. And we need to understand that all the things that I listed above that it takes to really effectively parent a child, they take time to develop. It takes time for these things to develop within us. It takes time for people to develop these things within themselves so that they can pass on good qualities to their children. So for you to ridicule someone for attempting to do that, it is 2025 and a woman's value is not wrapped up in her ability to bear children. And a child is not a tool to keep a man either. Time and time again, we see cases where women do these things and have children just to keep a man, only for them to leave anyway, and they don't even want to stay not even a minute after the child is conceived. This is not just a woman thing. When bearing children, you have to make sure that the person that you are with is in alignment with you. They have to align with the values that you also want to pass on to your children, and that takes time to develop in that person as well. That person also has internal work to do. And then when you think about the fact that so many people, not just women, are complaining that they cannot find quality partners to even just be with. So why are so many people now surprised that a lot of people are choosing not to reproduce? If they cannot find good partners, why would they be reproducing? Do we not see women and men complaining all across the internet that they are not finding people that are in alignment with them? It makes sense that a lot of people are choosing not to just have kids, especially if you're being thoughtful about the process. Who are they meant to have these children with? I don't know about anybody else, but the goal for me was not just to have a child. It was not just to have a child. It's to really build a strong family that can positively contribute to my society. And we also have to acknowledge and respect the fact that for some, the goal is not to have kids at all. And that is perfectly fine too. I think this trend shows that a lot of people, in fact, resent their kids. They resent the fact that they have kids because I don't understand how you could see a trend like this as a personal attack on you as a parent. Maybe I'm missing something here. I love my baby. I love motherhood. I love the experience. And I also acknowledge that it is not for everyone. That's totally fine. This trend is not just women on the trend who are child free and have decided to remain child free for the rest of their lives. Some of these women are just women who have prioritized other things before having children. Now that I'm a mother, I encourage a lot of people, almost everybody I see, to wait before they have kids. Wait and be intentional about it. If you don't see certain things happening for you, if you don't see certain qualities in the partner that you're currently with, if you don't see any improvement in your financial situation, if you don't see that this is something that you can handle financially, if you see that this is not for you, don't do it. There's no shame in that. Just don't do it. We need to understand that children are not collectibles. They're not accessories. They're not just things that we just have. These are people. These are human beings. These are human beings with real thoughts, emotions, personalities, interests, and if you cannot handle that, leave it alone. When we make selfish decisions to have children without setting in place the right things, we don't consider the fact that any card can be played when you have a child. Your child can have a physical, mental disability, and you will have to care for that child forever. So in my opinion, I believe that the only reason that you should be having a child is if you have a desire to care for and nurture someone for the rest of your life. If it's not that, you're making a selfish decision. So when you see these women celebrating other achievements, applaud them. Do we see the world that we're living in? This is not a pretty place for you to just be popping out children. It's a lot to consider when you're having a child. And if you have children and you're not considering all these things, I'm actually side-eyeing you. If you think it's okay to just have children just because you're at a certain age, I'm side eyeing you. That means you don't know how to make decisions. You don't know how to make proper decisions in your life. Kudos to those women who have prioritized things other than childbearing. Our value, like I said, is not wrapped up in childbearing. Kudos to those women who have decided to set things in motion before bringing a child into this world. I applaud you. And for mothers who feel attacked, there's no reason for you to feel attacked because somebody else decided to hold off on having children unless you really resent your motherhood experience. Don't project your issues and trauma onto other people. I don't think that's fair to these women for you to insult them simply because you decided to make a different choice with your life. It's your all of us have the gift of choice. You chose to have a child, she chose not to, and that's fine. Like we don't all have to live the same lives. And I'm not saying this to say that I am a perfect mom. I just got here. My baby's a year old. Let me know what your thoughts are.